Selamat sejahtera, kami dari Grup 5 dan akan membentangkan tajuk Chapter 5 Electrical Cables and Connectors dari page 318 hingga 331. Nama saya Nanda Kumaran Basu, nombor matriks 24 DAM 23F 1034 dan saya akan present dari page 318 hingga 320. So we'll start with special purpose wires where we got high temperature and fire resistant wires. Some form of glass braid or fluorocarbon insulation can be used as the wire in which the temperature is too high for the PVC insulation. Temperature of about 200 degrees Celsius is good for insulation, and there are special insulation required for different environmental zone of high temperature. The first one is up to 100 degrees Celsius normal temperature type. The next one is up to 250 degrees Celsius high temperature type. Then the last is up to 400 degrees Celsius fire resistant type. The temperature range is up to 400 degrees Celsius and fire resistant for 5 minutes against a temperature of 1100 degrees Celsius. The outside insulation color is normally red, sometimes also white. The next we got shielded wire. Wires shielded when electromagnetic field caused by alternating current carried by wires could interfere with other sensitive electronic equipment. A shielded wire is the stranded wire in which insulated with PVC. The encased in a braid of thin copper and covered with a clear PVC and nylon jacket to protect it from abrasion. Shielding of wire is used to protect wires carrying sensitive signals to electric field. Additionally, individual wires grouped together and enclosed with a common wire called shielded cables. The wires inside the shield twisted to reduce the effect of magnetic field surround the individual wires. The wires can be single wire shielded, twisted, shielded wire pairs, multi-conductor shielded. So here is the example of these wires.
First we got computer wiring, then meter and bridge input circuits, audio and video circuit, and lastly microphone circuit. This is the figure of shielded wire and cable.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Rizal Firdaus Chong bin Muhammad Ridwan Chong. My number matric is 24 DAM 23F 1035. Today I will continue to present about page 321 until 324. So the first one is ignition cable. High tension cable are used in piston and turbine engine ignition system for transmission of high voltage. They are single core stranded with high insulation and metal braided sheeting to prevent interference. The number of cable required depend on the number of spark plug or igniter plug. They are connected to system component using special end fittings, small spring or contact caps, insulation and a threaded coupling assembly. The voltage of ignition system can be hazardous and lead up to 26 kV. So as you can see here, this is one of the example of the ignition cable. The next one we have a thermocouple cable. This cable connects cylinder head temperature indicator, turbine engine, exhaust gas temperature indicator, and other temperature indicating system to their respective thermocouple sensing element. The conducting material are normally the same as those material used in the thermocouple sensing element. Copper and constantan is cylinder head temperature or EGT. Chromal alloy of chromium and nickel. Aluminum alloy of aluminum and nickel used for exhaust gas temperature EGT. Oil and brake temperature indication. In the case of cylinder heat temperature indicating system, only one thermocouple sensing element is used and the cable between it and the firewall connector are normally asbestos covered. EGT measurement requires thermocouple to be radially disposed around the jet pipe in the gas stream. These cables are usually arranged in a harness with insulating material like silicone rubber or PTFE impregnated fiberglass. The cable terminates at an engine arm or firewall junction box and extend to the flight deck indicator. Extension cables are typically polyvinyl type due to the lower ambient temperature. The wiring between the temperature junction probe and indicating system should be made of the same material. So as you can see here, this is example of the EGT indicating system with thermocouple harness installation. So the last one we have coaxial cable. Coaxial cable are used for transmitting low power signal with an inner conductor shielded against unwanted signal by an outer wire braid. The inner conductor can be solid or stranded copper wire and can be plain, tine, silver plated or gold plated. The outer conductor is fine wire braid around the inner core separated by insulation like polyethylene or Teflon. Outer covering protect the cable from fluid, mechanical and electrical damage. Coaxial cable are used in radio equipment, connecting antenna to transceiver and full quantity indicating system. The material used for covering and manufactured to suit operation under varying environmental condition. Normally, this type of cable is used mostly in RF application. Example, radio antenna cable and full quantity cable. Note, coaxial cable are heat sensitive. Avoid passing through hot area. Bending radius of should be wide enough. Coaxial cable are grounded at both ends. For certain application, the cable length is critical and must not be elected. So this is example picture of the coaxial antenna cable. Example of VHF communication. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Farhan Shah bin Badillah. My metric number is 24-23F1039 and I will present page 325 until 326. Wire identification. First, cable should be identified using the correct aircraft wiring law. Second, identification marking may be printing on sleeves. Third, if cable marking use a head marking, the cable must to check that the insulation has been not damaged. To facilitate installation and maintenance, all wires shall be marked for identification. The wire identification number should contains of a combination of numbers and letters. It has 4, which is system it belongs to, wire size, wire number, other information to relate the wire to the wiring diagram. Spacing of the identification number should be interval from 12 to 50 inches. Wire less than 3 inches long need to be stamped. The following wires should not be stamped. As you can see at the picture, have 4 shielded wire, thermocouple wire, multi-conductor wire, acupuncture wire with insulation difficult to mark. Coding system, it has 6, which is system number 1, 2, 3 or 4, system code, wire number, wire section, wire size and color of face. As you can see, this is the example of wire identification. System code, the identification code starts with the system letter code. If more than one system is installed, the system number appears before the system letter. Wire number, all wire sections with the same potential use the same wire number. If there is a change potential due to the computer, lamps, switches, either the wire number will be changed.
Hello, my name is Maverick Godwin and I'll be presenting on the continuation of wire identification. My matrix number is 24-23F1033.
So let's start with section numbers. So section numbers are wire sections that are coded with letters starting with the letter A at the circuit breaker and ending at the next termination point. All wire sections at the same potential have the same wire number but different section letters. Wire sections at different potential will have different wire number. Power cable identification. For power cable identification, specific letters are used to identify phase connections. These are typically A, B and C. The letter N is used to denote the neutral or ground connection, which is reference point in an electrical circuit from which voltages are measured, a direct physical connection to the earth or a connection to some conducting body that serves as place in the earth. This is an example of the coding system where 1 refers to the system number, 2 refers to the system code, 3 wire number, 4 wire section, 5 wire size and 6 is the color phase. As for 2 is the system number 2, L is for the light, the lighting, which you can refer onto the letter code, and A8 is wire number 88 system, A is section A, 18 is for the size gauge, RD is for the color rate for the wire. For the letter code, you have from A to Z all the way to Z. A refers to autopilot and Z refers to spares. You also have some sub letters in, like for example R, you have RA, then you have RF, RL, RM, and so on and so forth. As we have 3 letters that are in that category, in that sense of category. We have 2 different letters in one alphabet kind of thing. So you have R as that's the first one, S as the second. So these are the examples of wire identification on the Airbus A320FAM. You can refer this also on the aircraft wiring manual. This is the first example and this is the second example. So both of these you can find on page 330 and 331.